Hello, everybody. This is Anna. How are you? I'm super excited today to be meeting with William, who is the leader of the Masai, that we will be going to Kenya to our retreat this year in September. And I learned about William a couple of months ago when I first was connected with the organization that is doing this retreat. And his story is so amazing that I thought it was a good idea to bring her here and talk to him about everything that he's done for his community during the past few years. So, William, how are you today? Thank you so much for joining me and being here. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much, Anna. Pleasure to meet you.
And
Well, yep.
no, go ahead.
Well, as my name is William Kikanai Olepere from Kenya, and I'm a Masai and a Masai leader and a director of ARTCAM, Masai Mara Fusion Camp or ARTCAM organization. ARTCAM, they have women project, they have school, we support education, and we support the right of the women in their society. To start a little brief, I born in Kenya, Masai Mara, in the middle of nowhere, in a small village, in a very, very poor family. And I started to go to school when I was a little kid. I am only the one who chosen in the family to go to school because many children, they want to go to school, but they don't have the opportunity. The parents, they cannot have any financial. So during of my continue going to school, 20 kilometers away from my home, walking, and it's really hard because it's long distance. Sometimes I don't have shoes. I go barefoot for the whole year. I am alone. Sometimes it's bad weather, and sometimes we don't have even food. And I remember it is the time they come, and I don't have a pen even write, so I have to wait another child to finish a pen, and they let me to do it. But the good point, I was a very good student in the class. During that very hard challenge, I started to have a dream that I want to support education in our community because I don't want again for in future time the children discover 20 kilometers, which is 40 in total in a day, because 20 to go, 20 to come back. And at the same time, as Maasai people, we believe their culture, and the women are not important. What is important is only the men. The property we have cows, animals, domestic animal, and land, and all belong to the men. So they never involve any decision with the women. So the women just there to take care for the children, get babies, and do a lot of work in their houses, but they don't believe them. They're not confident with them, so they don't give them right. And through my mother, she's the one who supported me in the school fully, 100%. The little things we get, a pair of the clothes for the whole year, and maybe a pair of the shoes maybe for 2 years, like a surprise. He's the one who do a lot of work. She's not educated, she's not employed, but she was the local eyes medicine. They use natural plants and they treat people's eyes. And thanks God, through that knowledge experience, the little money they get, they paid food for us, they paid school for me, they support me for everything. And at the same time, I started to say, oh my God, I'm a boy, but for sure, I want to support the women, even if it is very difficult and big challenge. But all of my life, I fight on that. This is the second dreams I really want to give my mother present to support the right of the women in the society. Well, it is a long story, but let me say in brief. When the kids normally they have like, what do you want to do if you finish school? What do you want to be? What's your future life? And many of them they say, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, I want to be maybe a politician, I want to be a lawyer. But myself, I say, no, me, I want to build a school and I want to support the women. And the moment I say I want to support the women, all my friends, especially boys around me, they cheer for me. They thought I'm crazy, and no one support my dream at all. So it is like they go against my dream. But I say for them, okay, don't worry. This is my dreams, and it's clear. I witnessed through my mother. I wish if my mother, they have a power like my father, they should sell more cow to me to continue to high school. Because imagine, Anna, I study up to primary school. In that time, if you study up to primary school, you learn Swahili, Masai. If you continue to high school, you improve your English. So I said to my mother, don't worry, I don't continue to high school. I have the very high marks. I am the best student in the school. And I got opportunity to go to United States to study. I don't know if you know Marco General Foundation. They have like a scholarship they give African countries, maybe the few students. That moment, the Masai land, they get this opportunity. And I and one of my friends, he was going to university. And me, if I go to United States, I go to continue to high school, I get this opportunity. But I say, no, I don't want to go to United States. Imagine I'm one of the best class. I never missed a class, going 20 kilometers one way. Sometimes it is narrow. I can get the elephant, lion, buffaloes on the way. And I never complain to go back home. I have to enter the bush to go to the class with bad weather, rain, hot, Imagine to go to the United States and get a better education. It's amazing. But I say, no way. If I go to the United States, maybe I worried. My idea and my dreams, they appear because maybe I get a better life and I change my mind. So when I say I don't go to the United States, as you know, many African people, they're really interested to go abroad or United States, especially the young youth. And people, they say, how strange you have. You say you don't want to go to the United States because you want to build a school, you want to support the women. Never happened, especially the women. But I did care, and I keep going on myself. It's really very strong decision, because imagine I come from the poor family and get opportunity to go to the United States, and I know very well, and I'm proud of myself. I am the best students. And well, I dropped before go high school. I grew up in the Masai village in Masai Mara, where the tourists go and see animal, and then after they are interesting to go to see the culture and see the Masai. And I born that in the village, one of the village where the tourists go and visit. And I get opportunity. First, I say, if I want to improve my English, it must be improve English to improve my idea and my dreams. Because if I don't speak English, of course, I born in the place, the dreams never come true. So only what they make me to achieve my dream to communicate with the rest of the world. So I learned very hard English with tourists, how to speak, how to learn, how to read, especially American people, because American people are very good for me. Let me tell you. And and I get it. I speak English. I manage, and I collaborate with National Geography and Animal Planet. So even in Netflix, it is our history. Maybe Rosa will tell you that Netflix, and then you see maybe when you have a free time.
Yeah, she shared that with me, Netflix. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, so I collaborate with Anchala and Jonathan Scott of Animal Planet and National Geography to be a guide, because I'm passionate with wildlife. I like so much birds, all animals. And the birds, they come a relation with me when my mother sent me to the mountain to go to bring some plants. So because I go alone, and that is the moment I start to hear the sound of the birds.
Yeah, and let me ask you, because before you go there, because I just want to pinpoint a little bit what you just shared, because I think it's so important, is that and I've heard you talking about this, and it's like you didn't give up with your dream. Like you really wanted to create this school, and you had those opportunities of scholarships and being away from your community and doing other things that could have bring some other kind of success, but your desire was to really help your community, to really help the children. And what I love, and I even love you before I met you, because you wanted to support the women in your tribe, inspired by your
Absolutely.
and I know that the men in your tribe didn't like that much, right? They were
You don't have an idea how much in brief. Of course, I asked many tourists come to Masai Mara, thousands of them, about my dreams. If anyone they can support me, Many of them, they say, when we go back to abroad or America, we support you, come up on your dreams, but no one support me. One day, in shortly, I met Rosa through Embassy of Spain in Nairobi and tell my dreams and they support me. When the dreams come true, to support the women, of course, we build a school. We have now 250 children in our school, but many of them, they study after finish primary school, we send high school. So many of them, they continue in one of the best schools. Priscilla Bogogo, of course, they support us. We have a library. So one of the school in the countryside have library, have laboratory, have computer.
Yes.
Lesson. So support of the women, and we start to support the women with Rosa, and we come with outcome because we work 5 years without anything. Rosa, they stay with us, suffering with us, nothing. And the men, they thought on their thinking, we go to destroy the powerful of the men in the community. So they go against us and they put us a lot of trouble in different way. They put bad words. They take us from where we live with the old women in the Manyata to go out. But I say, don't worry, because 100% the women is the back of us. And when the women, they get money through Picolino, we make sandals. Maybe you heard that story. The women, they get money. We start from that 1 women to 3,000 women across the Masai Mara up to Tanzania country.
Amazing.
So the women, they get money. They buy cow like men. We teach them how to improve the quality of their life, how to introduce themselves other small scale businesses like open air market. They can sell clothes, food, and when they get the money, buy food, cow like men, buy basic things they need at their houses, pay the school children, paid health care for their families. The men, they start to come and apologize for us, and the men, they start to be proud of their women. And right now, it's a miracle because now the men, they believe the women are super good more than men for terms of business, financial. Women are very hardworking and good to support the family. And women, they can do better than men. So now the women, they have their own money. The first time they have their own money, the first time they have their own life to be free, and they need voice. And also another miracle, like I can mention, now the men, they can take care of the child, and then the women, they go to work. They can go to the firewood. They can help the woman to go to the water, which has never happened for centuries and centuries in our history. As now we elected the women, now they go to the campaign with the men and they beat men. So we bring a lot of change for the society and mentality, for the knowledge of the humanity, especially for the women. But we are very happy for that. We work hard, especially now we have a lot of challenge after pandemic. The big project of the women stopped, but we still keep 500 women. And I am very happy because the dreams, they come true and they support many people. You can witness yourself if you come to Masai Mara. And that's why now we never stop. We go around the world. We go many places to work, to do promotion, to support the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so just to explain a little bit, because you've shared all the beautiful work that is being done, and for people that don't know about this and they are listening, the Spanish organization that works with this project is ADCAM, which we've been mentioning
Outcome, yeah.
Yeah, and one of my beautiful, wonderful friends for many years, and I know that I consider her my sister, just like you. And she will be also coming and being at the retreat with us and facilitating with us is Priscilla Bococo, which
Yeah.
I actually done an interview with her here also, and you can check on my feed and learn about her, because she's an amazing international speaker, as well as creates beautiful humanitarian work. She has opened different libraries in different countries in Africa. So just so you know what we are talking about here, right? And
Yeah.
I want to ask you so many things that, I want to come
No
back.
problem. We say Yakuna Matata.
One thing at a
If you
time.
wish, according to your time, according to your record, no problem. Hakuna Matata.
That's great. Hakuna Matata. We're going to talk about that too, and how that is started.
No problem. Yes, yes.
I wanted to come back to what you were talking about when how you learn and experience, being with animals in general, just traveling and looking for the plants for your mother. And I remember one thing that you mentioned in your interview about communicating with birds, and you actually and show how you do that with a leaf. And I'll tell you, I love birds. I'm always listening to them. I feel like I'm talking to them. I don't communicate like you, let me tell you, but I love how you talked about that. So if you can tell us a little bit about, about your culture, what you guys do for preservation and of the environment and the connection with the animals that I know is so important to you.
Yeah, Maasai in general in our nature life, we born in the savannah, we live in the savannah. The Maasai people, they don't like to live in the city at all. So by nature, we live with wildlife, peace and free. Only Maasai people you can find they live with animal 100% free in peace. Because we have some other park in Africa, like in South Africa or Zimbabwe and Namibia, but they call local people, they don't live with animals the way the Maasai, they live with animal and we love animal. So first of all, we love wildlife, we respect them, and they are peace and free, they are not domestic. And also in Masai Mara or Masai people, we are very well connected with nature. So we really care about environment and we love. Environment for us is many things. We use the plant like medicine. They give us happiness, and that's why if the sun rises up to sundown, we are happy. They don't care if we have food or we have challenges, nothing. And talking about relationship with birds and animals, of course, almost in general, we live with animal all the time. But me, I get a lot of time to get more relationship with animal because I spend more time going 20 kilometers across the savannah alone. So, I don't have anyone accompany. So only I see the giraffe, the zebra, the small baby gazelle running. That's the leopard, the cheetah. So that's after the classes. When I go back home, I cross the savannah. When I go to the school, I cross the savannah. As well, I tell you that that's how I come a more close and more love with animals. And I know I learn the behaviors of animals because maybe I can see the cheetah when they get a baby, until they grow up, until they became a big cheetah, even the lion. And that's why I communicate with National Geography because that's my passion. Also, since when I was a child, I go inside of the animal every day. And also to looking after cows and cattle, sheep in the savannah. That's another time you be with animal. But me every day because I go every day school. When the school closing like holiday, I go to see my father cows, sheep, and I go to the savannah. Talking about the birds, as I tell you that my mom they sent me alone to the mountain to go to find some plants, and sometimes they took me long distance, which my mother they could suspect I go long. They don't send me long; they won't send me near. But me, first I get especially the seasonal fruits. I follow the mountain to get fruits, so I go long distance without know. As well, I follow the birds, and I knew that's the moment I start to know how to call them, and I know which bird. If I listen to his voice, I tell you this is this bird, and I know the way I can whisk with the lips to call because the bird, if you make to call them, they come and say, "Who is my territory?" So they come with breath. Yeah, who comes my territory without me know? So that is how I get a relationship with the birds and animals. And when I come an adult, when I became a guide, of course, the tourists they like to learn these things, so I know them. Sometimes I do some special trips to the mountain with the guests. At come they organize our organization and hotel they organize about this, and I can call the birds far away. Maybe we go to the mountain and because the nature they like respect, they like silence. If you silence and listen about the sound of the nature and everything they say in peace, because if you start shouting, maybe animals they become aggressive or they run away from you. So when we keep quiet, no birds around at all. I don't know, I cannot see them. I start to make some different sound, and I listen by far away maybe once. And I start call, come little, who is my territory, until they come to the tree where we are. So that's how I became a very really, this is something serious for me and something emotional because I love them so much. If you
That's
come to Masai
beautiful, William.
Mara, if you come to Masai Mara and I make you the safari, I can take more photos than you, and I'm so exciting. I never be boring in the savannah.
So when I'm
Yeah.
there, I definitely want to learn how to do the leaf.
No, no, I teach you soon. I teach
I
you.
would love to
Yep.
learn. And
Yes.
and just I'm looking forward to the safari that I know we're gonna be enjoying. That you guys will be
You're
leading.
more than welcome. You're
That's
more than welcome.
gonna be so beautiful. And as well as I know we'll be visiting the school and we'll be visiting the women projects that are happening at the moment as well, which will be super good. As well as I know we'll go to the church on Sunday, which is a big celebration. Which
Wow,
actually
a big
reminds.
celebration. Yeah.
Say that again.
It's the and the, we have our church is another amazing part because as we follow gospel fully, very strong, full of love, and they are super good people. Maasai people, you could believe how beautiful, how nice it is by heart. They are
Mhm,
really amazing people. And this is one of the things as outcome we offer our guests how to communicate and contact with local people because after people they go to see the animal, lion, rhino, buffalo, giraffe, they
mhm,
want to get a little time to go to communicate with the community to get involved and exchanging experience idea.
mhm.
Only the outcome is allowed to go to the church, not because it's not a tourist place. No. So of course, I don't want to mention many things, but I many surprise. What I would like to say is, if you have any other question, I am very ready, really, to answer you. I am happy to
Yes, I
see you
do.
and pleasure.
I do.
And you're more than welcome. Always we say Yakuna Marada, happiness. And if you come there, you can adapt that nature with us and it became super happiness because that's another things we like to tell people feel free, feel at home, we love you. And in that moment you start to forget about America, you start to think about Masai Mara.
One other thing that I love learning about your community is, and you talked about this also in the interview that I mentioned before, which I thought it was beautiful because my vision of the future of what I want to do is live and create intentional communities where people, share resources, grow food together, do ceremonies
Absolutely.
together. And I know that you were sharing on that interview how you can actually be somewhere in the savannah that is not where you live, but if it gets to be night, late at night, somebody's going to offer you a place to sleep. Somebody's going to offer you a plate of food, and that community environment and that living in that way that is more intentional, right? That also the speed that we get sometimes, Western society becomes a little bit too much, and that's why anxiety and all these issues that we struggle with here, unfortunately, right? And you guys have learned to live with nature, but also create a community that promotes health and promotes connecting with one another in a way that is very supportive. So I love to talk a little bit about that because another thing that really,
Well,
yeah,
yes, Anna, we are different society and we have a different lifestyle because as you Western culture, you develop a lot and you go very high speed of life.
yeah.
And you're very lucky community because you have many things which is necessary for the human being, talking in terms of education, terms of health, food, water, and some other facility. And Maasai people, really, we don't have many things, but we have happiness. We support each other 100%, because if the family they don't have food and we have, we can share all of us. If the family they go to the hospital and they cannot afford to pay the bill, we do a small fundraising and we contribute what you can contribute to support that family. If you go to the place because we don't have car, so you have to go walking to start a journey. The moment the dark come, you spend because the animal is dangerous. The thing is, we have a negotiation. I don't know by past and century that we have an agreement with animal. Daytime it is for human being, and nighttime it is for wildlife. So when they get dark, you can start to find before dark a place where you can stay.
Uh-huh.
So if you go to Masai village, they can offer you the food, they can offer you the place for sleep, and they can host you like a part of the family, so you don't worry when you don't, they help you what they have.
Mhm, mhm.
So we in Masai Mara, it's a very difficult place to live. As people think it is easy, but it's not easy. Because, for example, sometimes we don't have an hospital the nearest. Sometimes we have some small challenges. We don't have challenges for human being, which is another bad thing like violence. No, even the tents. For example, if you come to a camp, your tent no lock, just a zip, put your things. Not nobody stole.
Mhm,
So, but in terms of other life way of we live, there are some many things difficult, and that's why we come together and we help each other.
mhm, mhm.
So, and we value what we have. We really appreciate if we have small, we thank God for that, and we are happy. If we have small, we can share with other families. So we are
Yes.
not jealous of that. And another thing is we value respect and full of love by heart to love people
Mhm,
and plus environment and whatever. So in that point, where actually we help each other.
mhm.
If you meet someone in the way, you stop. What's your name, introduction, your family, your grandfather family. So we know all of us, each other.
Yeah,
Yes.
and one interesting thing about that too that I've learned is that there's no this big thing that we have about the birthdays, right? Like you go by generations. It's a
Yeah,
different
exactly.
actually. So tell me a little bit about it because I love that concept as well. I think it's so interesting.
First, okay, before I go that point, I would like to say that another fun is us, you guys, you have a clock all the time, but us, we have our time. So we have time to say, Anna, where are you from? America, what's your name, your family? Because we don't run like you people.
Mhm.
Talking uh, about what do you tell me the question?
The birthdays and the generational.
Exactly. As we don't have a birthday because one, first we born in the savannah in the village. Our parents did not educate it. So even now my father is still alive, but they don't know which day to day,
Mhm,
and they don't know which year. They know only rain season and dry season. So
mhm,
if you ask when you born, oh, you born when it was very a lot of rain season or dry season. So, and they know Sunday for the church and market day. Market day they never miss because market day is like a meeting point. Whatever they got to meet together. Uh, and also we have like bonfire in the evening. People they go sit around the fire after the dinner and make fun, and it's called evening news tell story because we communicate. Someone go another place. They bring all information because we don't have a TV, we don't have a newspaper, we don't have a radio. So talking about that, yeah, I say we have generation and generation, and it's very complicated for you, but for us it's okay. This one, the meaning first, they can give you capacity. If you go to the Manyata and you want to look a place for sleep, you say which generation are you come from, and then the people they show you the family of that generation, and they host you like a brother or like a sister,
mhm, mhm.
100%.
I love it.
So yes, when you born, we have only party when you born only two times. The day you born, because the children they give a sweet, something like sugar or pepper, the small kids, and you give them a nickname. And after 1.5 years, you give them a real name, and they have a party, but not a birthday,
Mhm,
to get your real name, Masai name.
mhm,
And then you start process by process because they are process you pass when
mhm,
you are a childhood to an adulthood. How you learn to take care of your cows, your sheep, how you recognize the mark and brand of the other family, how you know this is the zebra is not dangerous, this is the lion is dangerous, this is the buffalo. What you do, how you so you learn all this point when you are a child, and at the same time you start to learn difficult of the savannah,
mhm,
and you learn little by little about the culture because in our culture we have a rule and regulation. After the Kenya law society, we have our law, and we don't like to miss if you broke the law, we have our punishment. We
Mm.
give you as a community. Maybe, for example, done wrong and you go to the police, and the police says, "Oh, go solve your case in the Maasai way, in the Maasai community." So the child from 1 year to maybe now, maybe the child from 1 year to 7, 8 years, because now the children they go to school, and a long time they have a lot of time to spend and to learn only that. Focus only on that. 1 to 8 years. Now let's shortly 1 to 8 years is first right hand generation, and they given the name, and then follow from 9 to 16 years. So in total of 8 and 8, an example, left hand generation. They given a name. And then after complete 16 years, the right hand and the left hand, during the process, you do it, you pass another process like study to graduate to go another one, and then the community and the elders, because we have leaders and the elders and we respect them, and the trainer, they make a big, like a college, but it's a big local manyata, not the one you stay. And the always they go to the bush, they go to survive without food, without place to sleep, without many things. You learn hard moment, you learn natural trees, medicine, you learn respect, you learn leadership, you learn many things.
Yeah.
And that's the moment we start to see the best singer, the best jumper, the best leader. So like everybody get the career. They come together and they give one name, right hand, second hand, and this is the one generation. Imagine a person from 1 year to 16 years or 1 year to 20 years. We are the same generation, like the same age, but the age generation.
Yeah.
So it's like between 40 to 50, this is my generation. But the name is this one. And then another new generation come up after you finish.
Like it's very organically creating the role for each person for where they are best as opposed to like pushing sometimes your way through doing something that you are not good, right? Like you're really actually seeing who can be a leader. You are seeing who can be a caregiver. You are seeing what are the qualities of the person that are going to be better for the community and to be used in that way, which is
Let
a
me
very
tell
beautiful
you,
organic way.
Maasai have lack of education, especially the oldest Maasai, but they are more intelligent, more than a person educated. Because during all this your process is like in your school, but not a school of written, but a school of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. A school of knowledge.
It is beautiful. And the other thing that I was listening to you talking about, and I mean, it was very famous with that Disney movie about the Hakuna Matata, right? Like Hakuna Matata was the song. And I mean, in recent years, I've been more aware of this because I even brought a book that is called Enlightened Power: Turning Obstacles into Gifts. Like every time that I have something that is wrong, like it's bad, something bad happens to me, right? I'm trying to turn it around and say, okay, what is the gift in this? Like, what is, and it feels like you guys just do it naturally. Like, it's just something that, nothing matters, like everything is okay. We can, and I'm sure there's some struggles and some hardships that you've lived in your life. I have no doubt. And yet you keep that. I'm not going to worry about this because life is, supposed to be enjoyable. So, what about this? Because I want to learn how you do it all the time.
Listen, Anna. Human being is human being. We have challenges, of course. But when I say you guys, you go very fast, and the life they run you fast. It's I want to say with us, with Kenyans. Don't put your life like European people, because the life they run you the way you don't think. So for us, Hakuna Matata, it is a very common word, and it's really popular and fun, because Hakuna Matata, it is no problem anytime, because the time for problems, no problem. The time for happiness, Hakuna Matata, happy. The time for, so we sometimes, it's another word we use, no stress, but this is not in English, because some of my friend like Rosa, some they say, "Oh, why you don't this?" I say, no stress. you know, Hakuna Matata, it is mean no problem, because we know we have some challenge as human beings sometimes. But don't give that challenge a space to you, because if they come inside of you, it's a big problems, and it's like they win you. So if the problem they try to come, try to avoid or try to against or ignore. I don't know if you get what I say.
Yeah.
So don't give us space to come inside. That's
Yeah.
why all the time, if say anything, we don't have food. Akuna matata, we are happy. So
Yeah.
akuna matata is happiness, fully happiness. Because us Masai, we believe that happiness is one of the part very important for the human being.
Yeah. What I hear you saying is that you don't let it
Yes.
be through you. You don't let in, you don't, what happens in our society is that problems we embody them, right? And then they become trauma starting our body. And I talk a lot about this because we need to heal from that, right? But you guys don't even let it go in your system, which is even better because then you don't have to worry about healing it. You are
Yes.
completely always working in the, walking in this cloud of joy, really. That's what it
Yes.
seems that you were saying, which is just, and I can see it from what you were talking about. And I'm so looking forward to experience, your community.
Akuna matata.
Hakuna Matata, that's what I'm gonna start.
Akuna matata. Akuna matata.
So I wanna talk this for a few minutes because you mentioned about
All right.
leadership and you as a leader of the Maasai, and I want to say this in Spanish because there were the description that you made of a leader, of a lideresa, I love it, which it was, you said, eres buena persona, eres inteligente, and sabes resolver problemas. So you're a good person, you're intelligent, and you know how to resolve problems. I love that
Yeah.
description as a leader. And you as a leader, I'm sure you have to, deal with some problems and be a good person and be intelligent. So as people that maybe are listening us and that want to step into more into a leadership position, and I know that you've talked about women, obviously now as the work that has been happening, getting in more positions of leader, of being
Mm.
leaders and leaderesas, right? Like, what has been your experience with this?
Well, we have two types of leader, and but we respect all leaders. Every leader we respect. We have a elected leader like politician,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the other way. Of course, they have their role they play because the community they fought for them, so they have their role. And we have the Maasai natural leader, chosen by the Maasai, and they learn your character since when you are a childhood, your behaviors. And one day they accept to say, you are our leader, you are our chief, but this is permanent.
Mm-hmm.
So they first, what they see your family belong. One point, they see your character since when you are a child. They start all your history, how you how you behave, how you solve some problems,
Mm-hmm.
how you protect some people, how you have ideas, how you are brave sometimes, so your intelligence. So to be a leader, there are so many things they come, and they come by naturally, because the Maasai leader you need to come by heart, not because people they make me favor and they make me to be popular and you be a leader. No. So, and if you do your commitment, it's not easy,
Mm-hmm.
because of course to solve problem for the people it's not easy. To lead people it's not easy, and you be a leader but no payment, no salary.
But I can see it in your
We
face.
don't believe that. It's okay. We don't mind about this. This is not important for us. What is important, if if you really the community choose you and you have them in your heart, you do all effort for you. That's your goal. So, and right now it is good because, for example, I am a leader. I have my dreams. I support education. I support right for the women. I support even other. I support areas to get a job. So there are so many things we are doing now.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
can see it in your face that you are not doing this for money. You are doing it because you have this passion of
Of
like
course.
helping your community and helping your tribe. And that's so super beautiful. It's a great way to describe a leader. I think
Eh,
it's those 3 points is just what every leader should strive to be in this world for sure. Um
Yeah, yeah. To be a leader is another thing. For example, because you help your community, but you do your things. But now to be a leader and to have organization is another different thing, because outcome organization is another thing, because education is cost. Support women, you need to get things to support them. But to be a natural leader, nothing. So what I mean that to be a Masai leader, I don't tell them pay me. No, no. But if it's the time they come and give you a gift like a cow, like a respect, something like that. But well, leadership is very important, and they come to your heart, and you are thinking, and you are willing, and you're brave. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, well, you get paid with love and the support of the community, which is really
Absolutely. We use express your love to serve them.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I just want to talk about a fun fact of your community as well that I learned, and I had no idea about this, but I heard that you have a competition with Tanzania to reach up to jump up to the sky.
Well,
How's that going?
the Masai jump, it is like a sport. It's a sport, a very popular sport, like football in Europe.
Yeah.
But the difference where it is this sport, it is we never win. We never reach to the goal, because young youth, first of all, a dance, it is happiness, a part of happiness for us, because we love to dance. So the jump is you learn when you are a little child how you jump, because it's not easy. It's not easy how to jump, because you jump with style. To jump and dance up, which is very very difficult. And it is a time we have like a competition for different villages around, and then we start to choose the best jumper. We elect your best, let's form a team. Finally, once in after a while, after some years, we have like our own competition of the Master of Kenya and Tanzania. Who's the best for sing? They have a very good voice to sing. Who's the best for jump? Who is the best for leadership? So we have some different things, and then this jump, it is mean. Of course, it's a competition who jump high and they give a marks, you are the winner. But we want to reach the sky. So we practice since when we are children until old to try to reach the sky. But another generation come, get out, let us to try. But nobody reaches the sky.
I love it. I think it's just such a beautiful competition. I'm gonna also try when I'm there. I love dancing,
Well,
but
of course, we teach you.
I would
No,
never.
they teach you.
Yes,
This is something they teach you, because we teach you, because we love
I would love
to
that.
share things with fun with the people.
I would love that. That is so much fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this thing's so great talking to you. And I want to ask you just one last thing, and please add anything
Okay,
that you feel is important. But I'm thinking if
perfect.
anybody is listening to, these beautiful stories that you've shared, and is thinking about coming to our retreat and is thinking about visiting, the area even outside of our retreat, like what would you tell them? What would be something that you feel has been some of your most beautiful experience from people that have come and that have helped with the work, obviously, because that's one of the reasons why I'm so over the moon about this opportunity, because I know that this humanitarian work to me is dear to my heart, and I'm just so blessed to be part of everything that is happening. So, anything that you can share, maybe from the stories of
Okay.
Hitler of Gerald,
I,
I would love to hear.
I first of all, I like to tell them to come and visit us, not just only to see the story, they see the reality. So anyone they want to come, you're more than welcome. We host you like a part of our family. We love you, and we are proud to show you my Masai land, animals, Masai culture, nature, and beauty of the landscape of Masai Mara, second wonder of the world. Another point is to come to Atcam Mara Fusion. Atcam, they have this organization. We support education, we support women. Also, we support the Masai warriors not to get education. So there are many hotels in Masai Mara, but this young youth very difficult to get a job because they didn't go to school. So what they do, they come, they say to you, bring your career, and many of them they don't have. So the other community they get beneficiary to Masai Mara. So Atcam is one of the camp or the lodge which we employ 100% local people live there. We teach the areas English. We give them a job, opportunity to get a job. And this is another way how we promote the local peoples to get beneficiary and to test the testimony of wildlife they keep, environment they respect, and then they support their family. And also, I would like to say to them, if you choose outcome to be a part of your destination, like what Anna now you are doing, all the payment for the guests, they go to the Masai project. So it's like any guest they choose to come to outcome is like our sustainability of our dream, because all the money you have, you paid to go safari, they go to make the project to be sustainable and last long, because our project is for the generation and the generation, which is the first project managed by the Masai people 100%. The manager is Masai, the director is Masai, the guide is Masai, the chef is Masai woman, the waiters, everything. And the money they work hard, we make our school to be sustainable, we make the children get education. So this is another point. If you come, imagine you paid a safari, you paid a trip, and you get all what is necessary to get or more, and you don't have an idea how much your contribution support these local people. Then I don't want to go against other hotels, but some other hotels they get business, so they get money and they get beneficiary, which is okay. So this is one of the point. Welcome to Masai Mara. Choose outcome. You can see the school. If you want to sponsor a child, you can go. It is a process. You pass to sponsor a child to get education, or a boy or a girl, because there are many of them. They need help, and through this sponsorship, they increase the number for the children get education now in Atcam, because we start these programs like 3-4 years ago. And also, you are welcome to Masai Mara to test how is Masai Mara, because many people they know Masai Mara, but if you come Atcam, you come to reality, because there are some other things I cannot mention. I would like people come and witness by themselves. And I am waiting. Thank you so much, Anna. And I would really appreciate a lot the people come to Kenya, support destination, part of the local people.
Thank you so much, William. And thank you so much for having the vision, having the dream, and really pursuing your dream to the point where you did to create it, where you have created, no matter what, all the struggles, all the time, and all the no's and all the, right? Like you had to go through a lot to actually get where you are. And AdCamp finally was the organization that did this. And, for anybody that is listening, you are going to come to our retreat, yes, but behind all that is this beautiful work that is being done, and you're going to be part of helping, these communities thrive as they are.
And to run a non-profit organization, or the dreams never come with one person to succeed. Maybe you had the dreams, but if you want to succeed, you spray the other people. So if you have good people back of you or around you, the dreams they come easily true. So as I say now, at camp the dreams they come true. So anyone come to AdCamp, we come together, you support our dreams, and we really appreciate a lot, because with more people, the door is open. If you want to involve with the project, visit the project, witness to see what we are talking about, because now there are many people they say I have a project, but their project they appear on nowhere. This is the true, a serious project and a really project.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for adding that, because that's really important. This is something that is already happening, and that you guys are really 100% immersed in it. So yeah, thank you for adding that last piece. Don't go yet. I'm going to stop our recording, and thank you everybody for listening. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me.
No, Akuna Madada, I stay here.
Yes, I'll let continue talking to you for a minute. Thank you, William,
Okay.
for having the
Thank you,
time
Anna.
to us about
Thank
this.
you. Thank you.